Now at 6, we're live at Galena Days to check out what the event has to offer. Plus, how the city of Pittsburgh was able to get a full staff of lifeguards. And we're going to hear from a KOAM Nation official on the plans for a multi-million-dollar grant.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Neosho, Missouri community mourns the loss of a teenager killed today in a crash. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. That crash happened in Newton County this morning on Missouri 86 near Baxter Avenue. Authorities say 18-year-old Sydney Humphreys died at the scene after her car crossed the center line and hit another car head-on. She was the daughter of a former Neosho police officer and had graduated from Neosho High School just 2 weeks ago. 2 people were in the other car. The other driver, 37-year-old Ellen Anderson of Neosho, and a 4-year-old boy were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. According to CBS News, community pools across the country are dealing with a shortage of lifeguards. However, that's not the case for the Pittsburgh Aquatic Center. KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke to them about how they're managing staffing.
Summer fun just started at the Pittsburgh Aquatic Center thanks to a full staff of lifeguards. The Aquatic Center requires 2 groups of 11 lifeguards in order for the community to enjoy the pools safely.
We actually have 30 total lifeguards because we have subs as well that are there to step in if people on a team can't make it in.
The pool manager is aware of the lack of trained lifeguard issue that many communities are facing. She believes her team is fully staffed due to her hiring early and paying for training.
So we start out in March looking for lifeguards and open up our applications, and then we also pay for the lifeguard certifications as well as their suits and their visors and anything they need out there.
It's pretty tough. For sure, it's pretty tough. You gotta do a lot of swimming and a lot of just treading the water, I mean, obviously, but yeah, it was tough.
Although Kobe says the training to become a lifeguard can be tough, it's also worth it.
Yeah, we got a lot of people here today. I mean, especially on the weekends, it gets packed, and yeah, I expect a lot of people to come by and just get in the water.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
City of Pittsburgh said the Aquatic Center set a new record for the number of visitors last year, and they expect even more this year. The Galena Days celebration is getting underway, continues through Saturday. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy is there and joins us live.
Hey Dow, we're out here live, of course, at Galena Days over the next 3 days, and we are standing here actually in the fire department, the Bill Hall Fire Department. Memorial, and we got Fire Chief Steve Hall here, and I was wondering if you could tell us what does the money raised for Galena Days go to?
Yeah, we've been doing this for, it's been forever now, and I mean, this basically helps subsidize our budget that we get from the city, but, it's equipment for the guys and gals, updating our trucks. We just bought a new raft, rescue raft, new motor. So, it's just, I can go on and on about what it's used for, but, we can't really survive without this. And,
right.
We know what it means to the community. It not only helps the fire department, it helps O City. I mean, it's, all the vendors that are here, local churches, organizations, they make money too. So it's a good thing for the town.
Yeah, a lot of food trucks out here, and it looks like a lot of people really filling in now.
Packed. It's, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. We got a carnival this year, which we haven't had in the last 3 years. So we're very fortunate for that. So we're excited. If you don't have anything to do the next 3 nights, come on down.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
All right, weather-wise, guys, we do have a few pop-up little showers and a couple little thunderstorms. You can see one across Cherokee County, a couple building up right around Joplin, but these are very hit and miss. Temperatures warm. We're sitting into the mid-80s, and as we go through the evening hours, a few isolated little thunderstorms, but chances are going to be sticking around over the next few days. So, of course, we're going to look into the weekend here in just a bit.
Doug, see you soon. Missouri Governor Mike Parson signed an executive order declaring a drought alert in the state. It's the first step in Missouri's drought plan, which allows the governor to direct state agencies to better provide resources and assistance to Missourians. The Missouri Drought Assessment Committee is now active and will meet for the first time next week. The U.S. Drought Monitor indicates that all or portions of 60 Missouri counties are experiencing moderate, severe, or extreme drought conditions. Record droughts in Missouri last year put a lot of farmers in tough situations, and coupled with high prices on nearly everything, some had to abandon the family business. Liam Garrity reports they still have a rainy day plan.
I've always been told, things will work out as they should. We just have to get through today, and it'll always get better.
An optimistic attitude after record droughts for farmers last year in Missouri.
We've had several obstacles thrown at us. Last year's drought was pretty rough.
Travis Merrick is a cattleman in Miller. He says last year's high prices in drought kept everyone hurting.
I don't always ask what it costs. I do what's necessary.
But this year is looking better. We expected light rain during our interview.
Yeah, let's pick that up.
Then a downpour. Merrick says diesel and fertilizer prices haven't been as bad as last year. But recently, when they cut their hay, they only got half of what they did last year.
You can try to budget all you want on a farm, and it seems like anytime you plan, there's so many unplanned costs with things, with inflation, breakdowns.
Merrick says he feels for farmers who had to sell out, but hopes everyone who stayed in is prepared for some relief this summer.
The general outlook is pretty good. Cattle prices are coming up, corn prices are kind of easing back a little bit, so optimism to be had right there.
Merrick says he doesn't expect beef prices to go down and hopes for no sharp increases. The Quapaw Nation is going to use a $2 million HUD grant to build an addition to the Coyote Justice Center. It's to house the Family Services Department. Expanding the center will provide more resources to the community.
So if you have, let's say you have a client that comes in and they go over to the courts and they file a PO for domestic violence, they can walk right across the hall or right across the yard once the building's built, and they can come and get services through our domestic violence services. So that gives them an advocate to help them and support them, someone to walk along the line with them.
The Ottawa Tribe of Oklahoma and Modoc Nation Miami also received $2 million each. The Peoria Tribe of Oklahoma gets more than $1.1 million. Coming up, we're going to meet a young man in Lamar, Missouri, who's bringing new life to the city's golf course. Plus, some teens in Pittsburgh showcase their art skills with some friendly competition. A golf course in Lamar, Missouri, and the young man it's named after, proving to everyone that it doesn't matter who you are, the game of golf can be played and enjoyed by anyone. Jeremy's Creek Golf Course, named after Jeremy Marty, embraces the love of the game and the idea that no matter who you are, you can enjoy a day on the course.
It's a lifetime sport. It's something you can play when you're young, old. I've enjoyed it. Doesn't really matter if you're good or bad. I mostly enjoy it just because of the scenery.
Now, Jeremy there, he continues to work on the course and play the game every day, hopes to share his love of the game with everyone. We're going to hear from Jeremy about his love for that game tonight at 10. Art appeared underfoot outside the Pittsburgh Public Library to kick off a block party in the summer reading program. Teenage artists this afternoon had 4 hours to come up with their best creations using chalk on 5-foot by 5-foot sections of sidewalk. It's one of many ways to get young people and the community involved in library activities.
They offer a lot of programs, a lot of activities for kids, and so we try to participate whenever we can. And it's summertime and we're all off, and so this is just perfect timing.
Artists entering grades 6 through 12 could work individually or in teams of 2. Everyone attending the block party got to vote on their favorite with a gift certificate going to the winner. That block party kicked off at 4 this afternoon. This year's theme, All Together Now. It celebrates kindness, friendship, and community. The party is also the grand opening of the new library courtyard, which was funded through the Pittsburgh Public Library Foundation.
Renovated our existing courtyard because it had brick pavers, and anybody with mobility issues couldn't use that area. It had no shade and had no furniture, so we took all those things into effect, and we created this new courtyard, and we think it'll be really a nice place for our community.
And for the kiddos, the Southeast Kansas Princesses made an appearance. There were all sorts of fun activities, including live polka music, bingo, and a book walk. Doug is up next with a complete look at the forecast live from Galena Days. And a little bit later, we're live at Joe Becker Stadium, less than an hour before the first inning for the Joplin Outlaws season opener.
Well, of course, we're out here live. Galena Days. Actually, I have a shower, which is moving through at this point in time. But we are going to have some isolated thunderstorms like we have seen over the past several days. But let's start off with the drought tracker. It comes out every Thursday. And, of course, it's gotten a little bit worse over the past week, which is not good. You can see it's dry through southwestern Missouri, northwest parts of Arkansas. Once you get up toward Pittsburgh, Independence, Parsons, of course, the drought gets worse. So we need the rain across the region. We'll take whatever we can get. We're sitting into the mid-80s right now. In fact, we pushed 90 during the afternoon hours today. Look at this. You can see a few of those little cumulus clouds, little thunderstorms popping up. In Joplin, sitting at 84, feels like 85. Dew point at 62. So once it gets above 60, it starts feeling a little sticky outside. Through the evening, few hit and miss thunderstorms. We drop back through the 80s, 70s, eventually into the 60s a little bit later on tonight. All right, look at the cumulus clouds popping up, and a few isolated little thunderstorms have gotten going over the past couple hours. Very tiny, but if you get stuck underneath one of these, it'll rain pretty good for a couple minutes. Zooming in, you can see one guy just south of Pittsburgh, one little guy right on top of Galena, another little guy forming just south of Joplin. These are only going to be hit and miss for the next few hours, and then we'll start to lose the heating of the day, and they will start to calm down. The rest of southeastern Kansas is pretty much on the quiet side. All the big thunderstorms are staying out to the west, Wichita, Oklahoma City, down all the way down through parts of Texas. Upper level low kicking out through the Rockies, so that's pushing little chunks of energy toward us, giving us these pop-up afternoon thunderstorms. All right, let's step through the next 48 hours. Any thunderstorms we do have out there, these are going to be gone as we go into the evening. So we'll start the day, upper 60s, mostly clear skies. We get partly sunny skies by noon. And as we get into the afternoon, we're going to push 90 again. And you can also notice some very hit-and-miss isolated thunderstorms. Any of those storms that do form tomorrow will be gone tomorrow night. And we'll start Saturday, very similar, mostly sunny, upper 60s. As we get into the afternoon, here we go again. Scattered afternoon thunderstorms. I do think on Saturday they will be a little bit more widespread than what we have seen like today and yesterday. Scattered thunderstorms continuing to Saturday night, and then they're pretty much gone as we head into Sunday. All right, your day planner for you Friday, 68 to start, 84 by noon. 85 by 4 p.m. with scattered thunderstorms again. I think our high temperature gets up there right around 89 degrees. All right, let's go into the second half of the weekend. Sunday, our rain chances start to decrease a bit, but on Monday into Tuesday, we actually get a cold front that slides in from the northeast, and this will give us better chances for thunderstorms as we go into Tuesday, and some of those could be strong, maybe even low-grade severe. All right, 89 tomorrow, 88 Saturday, 89 on Sunday. Rain chances decrease by Sunday. They go up Monday and Tuesday. We cool down behind that front for the middle of next week, and then we really heat up next weekend with rain chances returning. Of course, stuff like Galena Days, you want it to be dry, but we also need the rain, so it's kind of a catch-22. But looks pretty good out here for this evening, Dow.
All right, have fun, Doug. Thanks. Still ahead, we're going to go live to Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin to preview tonight's season opener for the Joplin Outlaws and All-America honors for a pair of Missouri Southern baseball players. Jacob Leonard is going to join us with that and more. That's up next.
Well, the summer baseball season is finally here for the Joplin Outlaws. The Outlaws kick off their schedule tonight at Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin. Our very own John Dales is at Joe Becker, has more on tonight's season opener.
Jacob, thanks so much. I'm here with Chris Dawson, manager of the Joplin Outlaws. Coach, it seems crazy that we're already at opening day. With a lot of these guys, quick turnaround from coming from their colleges to here. How much practice do they have under their belts together, and what are you expecting from them early in the year?
Yeah, I mean, we got in on Monday, and then we practiced a little bit Monday night, but then practiced Tuesday and Wednesday as a group. So only a couple practices before today, but I mean, like you said, a lot of them just got done with their season, right? So they got their much-needed week, 2 weeks off, and then got back down here and ready to roll.
I know one of the things we were just talking about before we got on was the fan support here.
Yeah.
What does it mean for the people of Joplin and the surrounding areas to come out and support you guys all year?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, summer ball doesn't run without the fans. It doesn't run without the host families. So, the more fans that we get, obviously, the guys, get to play in front of that environment for the first time. I mean, a lot of these players only played in front of, 40, 50 people. So, the more we can get fan support out here, the better for the guys.
And with the summer collegiate team like this, I know you're kind of trying to strike the balance between, obviously, you want to win games, but you want everybody to improve and get better for when they go back to school. That being said, what's a successful summer with the Joplin Outlaws like?
Yeah, I mean, I think a successful summer for the Outlaws is, like you said, making sure that when these guys leave that they're ready to go back to their program and ready to contribute. Obviously, at the end of the year, we want to be the one holding up the trophy, right? So that's a successful summer when it comes to an Outlaw standpoint, but from these players' standpoint, it's getting them ready to go back and compete at a high level.
Last question I got for you, Coach. A local guy on the mound tonight, Steen Lane. What are you expecting from him in his first start of the summer?
Hopefully dominance. His last time outing for Missouri Southern, he was really good. So it's one of the reasons why we decided to give him the ball today. And obviously him going to Missouri Southern, hoping to get some more crowd fare out here. But, hopefully he can go out there and give us 5-6 strong and, put us in a chance to win the ball game.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jacob, back to you.
All right, thank you, John. We'll have highlights from that game right here tonight at 10. The Missouri Southern Lions have a pair of players earn All-America honors from the Conference Commissioners Association today. Second baseman Nate Miskowski and pitcher Cole Woods have earned All-America recognition. Now, Miskowski is a second-team All-American, the first position player from MSSU to be an All-American since 2019. He was great all season. He hit .374, 19 doubles, 14 home runs, and 4 triples while driving in 66 runs. He's previously been named first-team All-Region and first-team All-MIAA. Southern pitcher Cole Woods is an honorable mention All-American. He was 10-3 on the mound this season, struck out 109 batters in 99 innings pitched. Finally, Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight in Denver. Nuggets host the Miami Heat in Game 1 of the league's championship series. Miami the 8 seed out of the East, Denver the 1 seed out of the West. They're a 9-point favorite tonight in Game 1. This one tip-off at 7:30. We'll have the latest from the game right here tonight at 10. So a lot of fun stuff going on. Outlaws season opener. If you still got time to get out there, game starts at 7.
Yeah, even if you don't, it starts at 7.
No doubt.
But
they will play.
Yes, they will play. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Police in Parsons, Kansas continue their search for a man suspected in several incidents, including an exchange of gunfire. Plus, the Joplin Humane Society is at max capacity, needs help. We're going to hear from the society on how it's handling all those animals. And we're going to have highlights from tonight's season opener for the Joplin Outlaws. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Now let's check back with Doug live at
Well, of course, we
Glenn
still
Davis.
have
Doug.
a few isolated little thunderstorms out there, and these are going to stick around the next couple hours, and then they will start to calm down. But the next couple days look just like what you saw today. Hot, kind of humid, afternoon pop-up storms all the way into the weekend. Dow?
Okay, very good. We could use a bit of rain. Doug Hetty, have fun out there. Let's check back in with Jacob now. Do we have the camera shot? I guess we don't.
Over here.
There.
Hey, right
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
A
no,
little
it was
special
really
effect.
cool.
You kind of slid in there. I'll final look at the
All
sports.
SEK baseball and softball awards out today. Fort Scott baseball head coach Josh Regan is the SEK coach of the year, so shout out to that guy.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for joining us. We're going to leave you with a live look at Joe Becker Stadium as the Outlaws open their season. See you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.